What happens if you win absolutely everything possible in a career mode of F1 24? What contract options are offered to us in the end? What messages, what feedback is the team going to give us as we progress through all these races where we're winning? And all of this in the worst team on the grid, Sauber. We're starting our career mode where you're going to see, obviously, the best driver of all time, the best driver in the history of the category, and not just an extremely talented driver, but also a driver who can be said to be the best teammate in history. And you might be thinking, what do you mean the best teammate? Now you'll see. Well, without further ado, let's kick off our career mode, choose our character, and we're not going to choose any kind of academy, okay? So that any team can sign us without any kind of preference, although, this doesn't really mean much, but anyway. And we're going to choose, here it is, the worst team, which in this case is Sauber, okay? It's very closely matched with Williams in terms of performance, but we're going to go with Sauber. And I'm going to choose, of course, Valtteri Bottas as my teammate, absolutely. So everything is set up, and we're moving on to sign our contract. She's signing the top driver secretly. She doesn't realize that she's signing the best driver in history. But hey, that's her problem, right? We're going to sign a contract that we're going to keep under wraps. Let's start here, at the Bahrain Grand Prix. There you have it. The true GOAT of this sport, putting on his helmet for the first time to compete. And we're going to do it, as I said, in this first race in Bahrain. We're really good, but we're going to keep it a bit under the radar, right? I lift off on the finishing straight to avoid taking pole position. I don't want to hear either. We let it all out at the start. We finished second, not bad. Lando Norris beats us. Despite that, there's no email. Well, here they say they expect a lot from us this season, that we need to outperform Valtteri. It's a generic email, I think. Well, let's see. Maybe they don't want to get too excited because it's the first race. But anyway, we start the race. We're in second position, and pay attention because we're about to witness true competition history. The GOAT Sauber takes the lead in the race. It takes the lead with the Sauber. And now, yes, it wins the race. Last corner. Not only does this Sauber, this true generational talent, win the race, but it also sets the fastest lap. As I said, maybe the team has thought, well, a second position on the grid is amazing, but since it's the first race, it could have been a fluke. Let's wait a bit. Driver of the day, of course, the team is celebrating, but I don't see them very happy either. I'm telling you this, these people, yes, they're a bit happier. It seems that they struggle quite a bit during the pit stops, and obviously, this victory means a lot to them. First victory for the Sauber team, and here we are celebrating it with the team. Well, this should definitely spark some interest in World of Formula 1, in the paddock, that this guy just won his first race with a Sauber. It's a bit like, wow, what's happening? There we lift the first trophy of the many that we're going to lift. But well, these people here pointing at the podium like they're having a beer with someone on a Sunday afternoon, I don't get it. He just won a damn Sauber, which is a crap team. Anyway, well, we won the first race. It seems that they're happy, but they're not really aware of what's going on. Walter is already having his first disappointment. And watch out, secret meeting. Some might think, hey, but right off the bat like this, I think it's good. It must be the only damn success in this game. If a rookie really wins their first race with a crap car, then it's normal. Maybe big teams want to wait. But in this case, Williams is already coming to look for us right off the bat. I think that's fine, to be honest. Reactions in our team. There are no new messages, obviously. How could there be a new message, right? If the Sauber team just won a race, why are we even going to bother if they want to send a message to the winner? We're heading to Australia, and we set a new pole position. Now it's on, no more hiding. It's time to unleash our talent. And well, here's an email saying that they expect a lot from me this season, and that we should mainly focus on Valtteri. But what do you mean, focusing on Valtteri? This lady doesn't get anything at all. Elena, I'm on pole, I just want to race. Valtteri doesn't even know where he is. We start the race, and we do it in the rain. What a great moment to set the fastest lap and win the race and show everyone that even in the rain, we are the best driver in history. The team here, well, they're obviously very happy. They're hugging each other. The pit crew, to be honest, they can't believe it. They must be the only ones who realize what's happening. Here too, they give us a little hug and all that. And second trophy, friends, we already have 2. Attention, this is starting to get serious. Something completely serious. Back on the podium, they're not too thrilled. But well, second victory, and we're off to another secret meeting. Here's an email from Elena, of course, saying, this has just started, but I already have 50 points. Keep it up, damn Elena. I just won a race with the worst car, and all you have to say is, keep it up, come on. Hey, do you want to come with us? No way. Another secret meeting that's pointless? But okay, the teams are still interested in us, and we move on to the next Grand Prix. New pole at the Imola Grand Prix, and here Elena clearly tells us again that our rival is Valtteri Bottas. I don't know what Elena is smoking, but I want some of that too. Anyway, here I am to show you even more of my talent and win a race 5 laps by making a stop when no one else does. I make a stop. Because yes, just because I feel like it, I crossed the finish line with all the style in the world, doing a bit of a half spin that finally turns into a full spin. And well, that's how great champions cross the finish line. And let me tell you something, in case you didn't know, I'm also Flash. Not only do you have the best driver in history, but you also have Flash. I don't know if they're celebrating a race victory or doing a wedding dance. I don't get it at all. But anyway, the pit crew, as always, are the ones who are the happiest. 3 consecutive victories, Antonio. Indeed, thank goodness someone appreciates it. Another new podium, another victory. But hey, here's a new email, obviously generic email. Elena opened her PC, went into the generic emails folder, and in that folder, there was another folder for drivers who do well, and she picked generic email number 5. Well, that's the one we got. What can I say? Anyway, we arrive in Monaco, where the driver always says that hands matter, and because hands matter, we put almost 40 seconds on the second place driver. Please, can someone pay attention to us? 4 consecutive victories with a Sauber, the worst car on the grid, and it seems like nobody cares at all. Elena sends us generic email number 7, which says we have 50 points. Wait, yes, there's another email where she tells us not to brake. Let's get to the car and finish ahead of Valtteri. But what do you mean ahead of Valtteri? Look at this, Elena. What do you mean ahead of Valtteri? Hey, take it easy. Take it easy. A new way to show Sauber the incredible talent they have inside. I'm going to penalize. As you are seeing, engine components to get a penalty, start last, and come back so they can see that it's not just about getting pole position to win, but also about making a comeback. I've changed the engine, right? Yes. Wonderful. A 22-place grid penalty. Yes, I see how I'm going to start. The first one that comes is this. Incredible penalty applied. And it's happening to us more. How can it be that the best driver of all time loses position to a Sauber against Max Verstappen's Red Bull? Relax, it was a joke. We're already in first and we're going to stay in first until the end. Checkered flag. Victory for the GOAT at the Canadian Grand Prix. Another little trophy, of course. Not only is he the best in history, but he's also Flash. The guy does magic and transforms penalties. What is this? What is this, really? 5 wins in a row. For the love of God, there we are again lifting a trophy. And the Sauber team is just chatting away. I mean, it's like someone who's had a few drinks on a Saturday. It doesn't make any sense. A secret meeting with this lady who looks like she's playing with joints? And now the team is the one interested in us? Wow. I'm sure the proposal is extremely interesting. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You can keep your crappy proposal. And I'm going to the next generic email, which again is number 5. It's the same email from 5 races ago. I don't know how many that is. Wow. Cutscene. Kinematics. Kinematics halfway through the season between 2 interviewers talking about how the season is going. Oh my god, and if I tell you that this conversation is exactly the same in this career mode as in the career mode where I'm trying to get fired, well, why not? Why would we bother to include 2 different cutscenes? If anything, the player is fed up with us, and he's going to be regardless. We shove this crap in and act like it's all good. But look at the lady's face, for God's sake, she looks like she's listening to a 5-year-old talking about what he did in school. She doesn't care at all. Okay, let's calm down. Well, it's all good. We move on. We continue with the best driver in history. We arrive in Great Britain, where, of course, we get another pole position, and I'm going to try to get penalized again. Reading this, which clearly states there, according to such and such article, if you apply this component change, you will have a grid penalty. I mean, well, let's give F124 a chance. Maybe they made a mistake, maybe there's a bug, and now it's going to work fine. Yeah, for sure, it's going to go well, of course. Well, you know what? I don't care. Even if they don't penalize me, I could put in a new engine every day and nothing would happen. But I really don't care. I'm going to let them pass because I want to show these Sauber people that it's not just about getting pole positions and winning races with the P. The worst car also makes it hard to overtake because I'm the best driver in history. And I overtake anyone. Because this race, despite starting last and doing it in just 5 laps, I'm going to win it too. Because yes, checkered flag victory. Great Britain, and let's see if now, by winning in the birthplace of Formula 1. These people have the nerve to tell me something, how nice the trophy is. Of course it is. Just another one for the display case and probably also a new generic email from Elena for the display case. There it is, generic email number 9. It's over being nice. I'm going to make sure Sauber gets a double podium. I'm going to be the best teammate in history. To achieve that, I've put Valtteri Bottas on the front row of the grid. Don't ask how I did it. You don't want know it. Only a true Jedi Knight at his full potential could achieve this, but we did it. And now we put Bottas in first because there's still a lot to do. This guy has to win the race with that piece of shit car. It's not something everyone can do, so what do we have to do? Slow down the group and give Valtteri Bottas enough of a gap so he can win the race. No, I'm not that generous. I'm going to let him get away, but then I'm planning to overtake him because above all, I have an echo that I can't contain in my chest. There's Valtteri Bottas. I'm really sorry, Valtteri. I'll let you finish second, which is pretty great. I realize that Norris is catching up to him, so I have to let him pass again on lap 4 to slow down Norris. We catch Bottas again, and we overtook him. Sorry, Bottas, no. You're going to be second, last corner. Come on, Valtteri. Come on, Valtteri. We've got him here. We crossed the finish line, and we did it. Yes, sir. Valtteri Bottas second. We won the race. 1-2 for the Sauer team. This is history. This is the greatest achievement, the greatest milestone any team can achieve in Formula One, and it's being done by the worst of them all. What will the reaction be? Let's take a look at it next. We're on the podium with Valtteri Bottas, who, well, is going to enjoy the champagne a lot now. But if you think about it, the scene is absurdly ridiculous. We're seeing the Sauber team with 2 drivers on the podium, the guy shaking hands, everyone is popping the champagne. We've done a double podium with the worst team on the grid. Now, there's no doubt that an email is coming. That isn't generic email number 7. Look at this screen. Look at this screen. I'm going to send it to my boss. What the... Listen to me carefully. If we win this race, we will be world champions. I started last, and it's not about proving anything anymore. It's just boredom. I mean, I feel like coming back without even lowering the difficulty too much. Well, we won the race, and we won the world championship. There you have it. We are the most irrelevant driver in history. We have won a world championship with Sauber. We have won all the races, but nobody cares. You can win whatever you want, because since nobody cares, it doesn't matter what you do, right? There's the guy celebrating that he won the World Cup. The people, well, yes, there they are applauding, as I said, like someone who is there celebrating a game of cards with his cousin. That's it, that's all. This cinematic, good God, is the only cinematic, and you can see what a cinematic there is, even one there. And we get an email from Elena. As always, the rumor mill in the paddock hasn't stopped working, and it seems like a transfer market season is approaching. I've heard rumors that several teams are thinking about making driver changes. This could lead to contracts, but we've heard that they want to clarify things. Did you struggle this season to achieve your goals? We'll keep our ears open and let you know when we find out more. Elena, we just won the World Championship for drivers with a car that's a Dan tractor. You send me this email that... Oh my God, it's the same email you sent me in that damn Red Bull video where there was a one-armed driver. Codemasters, what is this crap? It's just hilarious. Well, we just have to finish the 2 races we have left just because we won in Monza. Of course. You're very angry because he just won the World Championship and won all the races, but of course. Oh man, it's Stroll. Damn, how good is that damn Stroll? He's averaging a point more than me. Damn, dude. Well, an email from Elena. Lang Stroll is starting to make us look bad. They're surpassing us in every area. Well, if nobody here gives a damn about winning any race, just imagine a sprint, right? A sprint that nobody cares about. I don't even care myself. Don't pretend like you care, man. Don't fool anyone. Well, 11 victories, including the sprint, a complete sweep. And let's see what contract options they present to us. But hey, to start with, the screen is the same as the other day. They don't even bother to send me an email. Wow. You already have 10 podiums. Wow. What an email. I can't believe it. I've won the championship, which is the most important thing you can win, and there's not even a congratulatory email for that. It's just incredible. But well, let's choose a team. There it is. I just achieved the biggest milestone in the history of this sport. 10 wins, 7 poles, a constructor's championship, a driver's championship. Full house. Literally. The biggest full house you can achieve in Formula One. But, well, Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, Williams. No, you can only sign with RB, Alpine, Haas, and Sauber. Because yes, it's extremely realistic that if a driver were to come along and win every race with the worst car, surely no big team would be interested in him. Renewal with Sauber. You know what? I've changed my mind. Go to hell!